Hello, look, we're back on the floor. It's the Geek Speak show covering WonderCon Anaheim. With us, go ahead and introduce yourself to them.
Hi, I'm April Wahlin. I won Search for the Next Elvira, and I am a novelist.
I mean, like, couldn't you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk actually about not too much about the books that you have. That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about.
Excellent.
And all you regulars, I'll tell you now. Preview it. Yes, you're going to hear her on the book club, so we won't get too much into it. We'll schedule an interview, but you'll have from now until then to read them if you haven't. So first of all, tell them about the books and what it's about.
Well, my first book is 13 Offerings. It's an anthology novel that has stories about Medusa, and it's got pirates, and it's got the gingerbread witch from Hansel and Gretel. And I got a lot of fun stuff in there. And then my second book that just came out is a full-length novel, and that is Pandora Syndrome, which is about a vampire necromancer who just wants to sit around and eat red vines and play video games, but a rival necromancer doesn't like her very much and is trying to stop her from doing that.
I mean, it's kind of obvious but where did the ideas for them come from?
The idea for which one?
For the books.
Oh, the idea for the books. Honestly, I'm a huge nerd. I'm by fandom. I love horror. I love fantasy. I especially love fairy tales and mythology, and so I wanted to create a world that would mix all these different ideologies and fandoms and stuff, and so I decided to write my own series and exhibit the things that I like most about fantasy.
Yeah, like I said, we're not going to get too much into the books. We'll do that once you do come on the show. But what I do know, I meet them here actually when I go to conventions, our listeners, a lot of them want to be where you are. They want to write their own book or do their own thing, whatever it is. So for them, what kind of advice would you give them to get it going?
Just sit down and do it. Honestly, the biggest question that I usually get is, how did you know you could write a novel? I didn't know I could write a novel until I sat down and wrote a novel. So you just have to not stop. You just have to keep going. The best, don't get hung up on all the little detail stuff, which I know is super difficult for a lot of people. Luckily, I don't have that problem. I can write for pages. None of it'll be right, but it'll be, that's what editors are for.
Yeah.
So that's my advice, is just don't stop, keep going, and, you'll be able to do it. It's just about willpower.
Yeah. So basically just do it. I mean, nothing to stop you. Now, you may not, you won't see her in the Elvira getup, but you have been in some movies that you guys probably like. So tell them what movies you've been in.
Movies that I've worked on. I worked on I Love You Man. I used to work on Sons of Anarchy. I just did some voices for Robot Chicken, so that was very fun. I'm currently working on Young Sheldon as a stand-in, so I do that a lot. I'm trying to think of what else you would see me in. God, I used to work on Desperate Housewives. I used to work on all sorts of stuff. So I pop up in very strange movies and TV shows.
Yeah, but I mean, the reason why I was asking that is, again, nothing to stop you. I mean, you write, you act, you voice act, or whatever it is, so it's all of that. So we'll continue this when you come on the show, but let them know where can they follow you, when can they see all your work that you do.
Yes, I have a website, aprilwallin.com, and then if you want to follow me on any social medias, it's at April Wahlin across the board. And also my books can be found on Amazon, anywhere really you can find books.
So again, it's April, thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you soon on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.